What's going on, guys? Today we have the first wide receiver tier list here of Madden 24. We got 85 Wan'Dale Robinson, who has 85 speed. He's just, a little bit smaller than some other guys that might have the same speed as him, so he's on B tier. We have Cooper Kupp, though, Devontae Adams, Jalen Waddle, Tutu Atwell, Devonta Smith. Similar budget guys like Calvin Ridley, Darnell Mooney, and Brandon Cooks on here as well. So that's the tier list so far, but there is one card we have to talk about before we get started today. And the card we, of course, have to talk about today is George Pickens. George Pickens is a card that is technically in the game right now, but you can't get him yet. And even when the comp pass comes out, it'll probably take 2 to 3 weeks to even get this card. I would assume that because he's an 89 overall. And also this version of him is the one that the first 1,000 players get on each console. And obviously he's way before its time. He's 6'3" and he'd be the fastest wide receiver in the game. So obviously if you had George Pickens right now, he would by far be the best. 91 COD, like he would just be the best. And also he probably, wow, yeah, 70 run block on an early game wide receiver is crazy. But you see right here, he does get abilities, which is like an anomaly, mid out and things like that. Like the fact he gets that in this meta, in this landscape, would be crazy. Actually, he gets 2 ability slots. Wow. Oh wait, so if you're not the first 1,000, I believe you only get 1 ability slot. So there is a slight difference there, but are you really gonna run 4 AP on one player? I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe you would. I don't know what the landscape's gonna look like when this card is obtainable. But all I'm gonna say is George Pickens would be the best in the game by far. I'm not even gonna put him on the tier list today because you can't technically get him right now. And real quick, for the drop of Madden 24, we do have a little giveaway going on right now. 5 $25 gift cards to 5 different winners. Follow those instructions on the screen right now and reply with your proof to my pinned tweet. Okay, so the first card we're looking at today is going to be DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins is a card that you really can't get right now because he's the level 34 reward. I'm hoping with more, comp pass stuff and things like that, more ways to get XP, we'll be able to get here a little bit faster. But if you have this card right now, he would definitely be A tier. Just because, I mean, he has 84 speed, which I definitely do not like. But he has good stats across the board. He's 6'1", but the main reason why I like him is because he does get abilities. If he had like 85, 80, maybe even 86 speed, because he's kind of later on the field pass, he'd be a little bit higher, maybe even S tier, because he does get abilities, which is, again, very rare right now. But getting that outside apprentice is definitely big for some certain schemes. Adding that post out there, adding that corner route, whatever you want to do to try to pull thirds or even create beaters with DeAndre Hopkins is super nice. So DeAndre Hopkins, yeah, you can't technically get him right now, but hopefully when we are able to get him, he'll still be okay as far as speed goes. But right now, if you were able to get him, he would be A tier. He would most definitely be A tier, and I actually have the old card art on here still because they changed it yesterday. But let's get to the next card. The next man up is Garrett Wilson. 84 speed with 87 acceleration is really nice. High 87 acceleration. He's got great route running across the board, good catching traffic, 85 catching, 6 foot. Even after the catch, 82 carrying, so really rare on a core elite card. Then you have 84 COD with an 84 juke move. A really nice card. Plays really well with the ball in his hands. Pause. But also, yeah, a good pass catcher. Good at receiving balls. Okay, I'm done. Okay, yeah, high A tier. And next up, we have Marquise Brown, and you guys see it. The 85 speed, acceleration a little bit low, but 85 speed is really nice on this card. That's the main reason why you'd pick him up. And he actually was budget until he was discovered. He was like going for like 15K. If you bought him for that price, good for you. Now he's about 45, so he's very expensive. And right now the market is quite dead. I'm recording this obviously before the games come out on Friday officially. So the market's kind of dead right now on pre-order, which is kind of surprising, but it is pretty dead right now. But it's the 85 speed on Marquise Hollywood that makes him so popular. He's good. Marquise Brown is definitely going to be solid. He plays all right. To me, the acceleration, he's better with, like, if you can get the ball in his hands, he's really nice. If you can get him going full speed, maybe on like an end around or a jet sweep or whatever you want to do, just try getting the ball in his hands. Once he gets going, that's when you're really able to see that speed, but it does take a little while for him to get there. And after the catch, he's a little bit underwhelming after the catch, honestly. So, Marquise Brown, I'm gonna put him at high B tier. I'm gonna put him with Wan'Dale. Wan'Dale I think is better just because of overall, and he's more consistent as far as other stats go. Both have the same speed. Both are under 5'10". So yeah, Wan'Dale does have the slight edge though over Marquise Brown, but Marquise Brown does play super well. The next man up is the completely free Odell Beckham Jr. Right now, people are having problems getting their tokens for this card, me included. So I guess you technically can't get them if you're having that problem right now, but they'll fix that, I would assume. But Odell, only tier 1 abilities, nothing crazy. But he can actually get some pretty good stats. To me, he's very similar to like a Garrett Wilson. And Garrett Wilson's a 200K card. That's the thing. Like he's a top pretty good receiver. for a 200. They're getting a free 200K card basically right here. With 84 speed, good acceleration. The spec catch is going to be crazy on an Odell card, obviously. Where's spec catch? Yeah, 88 spec catch is wild. He's got good COD. Where's the catch in traffic? 86 catch in traffic. Hits even beats press. Hits really every route running threshold. Yeah, this card is really, really nice. And he's Odell, so he's going to be looking great out there, obviously. So Odell Beckham, we're going to toss him to A tier. I like this card a lot, man. Like I said, he's kind of like Garrett Wilson. So you're basically getting like a free 200K if you grind out the Odell Beckham card through solos. He's a solo challenge grind card. So if you've been doing that, you will get a very good wide receiver right now. And next man up is a budget card, and that is Romeo Ubaeze here. He's got 83 speed and 86 acceleration at 6'2". The main reason why you go after a card like this is for the physicals. That's why you go after him. He's 6'2" with good speed and acceleration. The route running's not that great. On this card. Again, he's going to be super budget. Goes for about 15K right now. But he's a solid option. If you're looking for some super budget guys out there, unlike Marquise Brown was budget. Now Romeo Ubaeze is budget. Like, the market is truly inflating right now. But Romeo Ubaeze, we're going to toss him down here at C tier. With these guys, I would probably take Amari over him still because of route running and things like that. But I'll toss him down here with like Calvin Ridley, Darnell Mooney, and Brandon Cooks. He's a pretty solid option. And next man up is Michie III with 85 speed and 85 acceleration. 86 short route running is amazing right now. 5'11", even decent after the catch with 85 COD and an 83 juke move and an 80 carrying. Michie, these team builders are kind of expensive right now. You really don't see too much of them. Once the market goes down, their prices will go down too because you're putting core elite cards and core gold cards into their sets. So inevitably their prices will drop as well. I feel comfortable buying these cards for about like 130, 120. Like, once they settle at that, that'd be a good time to buy these cards. If they're, if when that happens, they're still relevant stat wise, which a lot of them are pretty decent. So Michie III, we're going to throw him at, let's go A tier. Right in between Odell Beckham and DeAndre Hopkins. We now have JaMarr Chase with 85 speed. He's got 83 acceleration, 85 deep route running. It's really nice after the catch. He's not the greatest. I'm surprised that they didn't make JaMarr much better. Even like the break tackle, I think should be higher on JaMarr Chase. He's one of the best after the catch in the league right now, in my opinion. Or I guess now he's underrated. Clearly, I guess based off this card. But 85 deep route running, he's solid. To me, I think Garrett Wilson does have better stats. They're very comparable, the two cards. Going for very similar prices. If anything, JaMarr's going for a little bit more. But they're very comparable. I'm gonna put JaMarr Chase right behind Garrett Wilson. They're pretty interchangeable, but to me, it's Garrett Wilson's better after the catch. Garrett Wilson's more consistent route running, and also Garrett Wilson's better acceleration. That's gonna put him over JaMarr. The next man up is another team builder. We have slot archetype Josh Reynolds with 84 speed, 85 acceleration. I'm not sure why I said slot archetype because it doesn't matter. All he gets is tier 1 abilities anyway. But good route running across the board, but it's 6'3" with 84 speed that I like about this card. 84 COD, good route runner. He's got good size. So Josh Reynolds, he's good. He's solid. There's really nothing else I need to say about this card. You guys see the stats. You know. I don't gotta say anything else about Josh Reynolds. I'm gonna put him. He's pretty interchangeable with DeAndre Hopkins. Obviously, you can get one right now. DeAndre Hopkins is a level 34 reward. So if you're picking between those two cards, Josh Reynolds is really your only option. The only difference is that DeAndre Hopkins, they're very similar, but DeAndre Hopkins does get outside apprentice, so he has to have the slight edge on this tier list. But Josh Reynolds is very nice. Good size, 84 speed is hard to find right now. And speaking of good size with 84 speed, we have DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf is here, 6'3", 235 pounds. And let me tell you, this card plays amazing. He's been on my team for the last day. I mean, the game's only been out for a day, so he's been on my team for the last day, and this man's a baller. This man goes crazy. And obviously, there's no abilities on these cards, and his route running is a little bit lackluster. So DK Metcalf, I'm not going to say he's a budget Josh Reynolds because that sounds crazy, but he is. He's going for about 100K right now. Or he's in that Aaron Rodgers starter pack. It's actually a pretty good starter pack. You get DK Metcalf, Aaron Rodgers in that pack. But yeah, DK Metcalf, and also you get Hollywood Brown as well in that pack too. But DK Metcalf, we're gonna put him. I'm gonna put him in front of Michie, but like around Josh Reynolds, DeAndre Hopkins. He's definitely worse than Josh Reynolds because of the route running. Honestly, he might be worse than Michie as well because of route running too. But I'm okay with putting him right there. DK Metcalf's a really nice card. And next man up is Justin Jefferson. We're going to talk about both of his cards right now, the pre-order Justin Jefferson as well as the core elite Justin Jefferson. They're going for some pretty crazy prices. I mean, the core elite Justin Jefferson is at least But yeah, 85 speed with 84 acceleration. I'll show you the price tag on this card. Is he worth this? No, do not buy quarterly Justin Jefferson for 500K. Please do not do that. Please, if you pull him, sell him immediately. Like, please do not hold this card. 500K is disgusting for this card. But 85 speed is obviously really nice at 6'1", good route running across the board, good spec catch. If we head down here, 86 COD, 76 carrying with an 87 juke move. So Justin Jefferson's good. Don't get me wrong, but not 500K. He ain't worth 500K. So yeah, and then real quick, I want to compare his pre-order card to his core elite. The only difference is obviously +1 stats here on his core elite, but this card does get abilities. Are they good abilities? No, but if you are playing house rules, he does get X factors, which is pretty nice. Be able to get double me and stuff like that is pretty cool. But they're very similar cards, and for that reason, we're gonna put them right next to each other on the tier list today. At the top of A tier, Justin Jefferson, very interchangeable cards. Very similar. We're basically splitting hairs here. And by the way, if you pick pre-order Justin Jefferson, that's pretty good because he's a 500K card technically that you have for free on your team. And next up, we have one of the most popular cards in MUT right now, and that is Kadarius Toney, and it's for good reason. This Kadarius Toney card is so good, man. He fries every coverage I put on him. The acceleration, I feel like acceleration is a stat that really is going to matter when it comes to getting that early separation. If you're able to time your throws, you can basically throw guys open that have good acceleration and good speed, especially guys that are much faster and have better acceleration than corners in the game. In early game, you're going to find a lot of that. So even though Kadarius, not like the best route runner we've seen so far today, but 85 speed with 88 acceleration at 5'11" is amazing. Even after the catch, Kadarius almost has he has 90 COD and almost a 90 juke move. So get the ball in that man's hands and let him work. If you got stick work, he's gonna play amazing for you with the ball in his hands. Kadarius Toney is an absolute monster, and if you've been grinding this game and you got your free headliners packs already, pick Kadarius Toney. He's a monster. The dude is literally a demon. So yeah, Kadarius Toney. I'm gonna put him at the top of A tier, but you see right here, for a free card, like a card you get for free pretty easily in this game, for him to be this high is a big W. And you see right here, a lot of free cards at the top of the tier list, which is what you want in a game, right? That's what we're looking for no money spent budget players out there. But I love Kadarius, man. Dude is a beast. And finally, last but not least, we have Tyreek Hill, the fastest wide receiver, the fastest card in the game right now is 86 speed Tyreek Hill, if you don't count George Pickens, of course. But 86 deep route running, and let me tell you, 5'9", this man is so hard to tackle. He is so hard to tackle. Tackling's hard enough right now in this game with low ratings and things like that. But dude, Tyreek Hill, he's so hard to just contain. That's the thing about this card. However, there is one hole with this card, right? There's one hole with this card. I'm going to put him at S tier because Tyreek Hill cards always play amazing early game. And by the way, his price tag is just egregious. Like, dude, 720K early game for Tyreek Hill is crazy. It's crazy. It's wild because, more cards are going to come out. I can guarantee you. If there's one thing I can guarantee you, it is that more wide receivers will come out this year. I promise you. So, spending that right now when he could literally drop like 400K tomorrow or 300K tomorrow is disgusting. Do not do that to yourself, please. But Tyreek Hill does play really well. But his catch and traffic does scare me a little bit. But again, he's kind of like Kadarius Toney, where you kind of want to get the ball in his hands and let him work a little bit. But yeah, we're going to put Tyreek Hill at the top of S tier for now. I'm our lone S tier guy. If you want to throw George Pickens in there, you could. Honestly, I could hear a debate for Kadarius even making S tier, maybe jumping Justin Jefferson. I would listen to debates like that. I definitely would. But yeah, those are our top 5 receivers. I would probably move up Josh Reynolds just because, you can actually get him in the game right now. So our top 5 receivers, yeah, we'll go Tyreek Hill, the Justin Jefferson's at number 2, Kadarius at 3, Josh Reynolds at 4, and then DeAndre Hopkins at 5. Those would be my top 5 receivers right now in Ultimate Team. If you would change anything, drop a comment down below. And as always, I will see you boys in the next one.